Hey everybody, welcome to What's Going On with Adam Messer, and that's me. I'm your host, Adam Messer, and this vlog is going to be all about projects that I'm working on and things that I've got going on, so that's why I called it What's Going On with Adam Messer. So in today's episode, I just want to talk about what has been going on the last week or so, and what I've got, some of the stuff that I've got in the works. So last Tuesday, story time here, everybody. Last Tuesday, I was laid off from my job. So I do electrical work. I'm in an electrical apprenticeship program. I'm in my third year, and I've got about 2 years left, right? Or I do have over 2 years left in May. Just depends on how things go. But wow, you ever get caught up in a thought and you're like, what is that? That just happened to me. So I have recorded this a bazillion times, y'all, and honestly, I just want to finish it. So this is it. This is the last roll on the dice for this first episode. So anyway, my employer laid us off, several of us off, because we didn't have enough work with the electrical work, and yeah, it's understandable. It's happened to a lot of people. And the contracts have been winding down or whatever. So they let me know officially today that it would be a temporary layoff, and that they're going to process the paperwork for me for the unemployment. And so I'll be looking forward to finding that out. It should be approved because it's COVID-19 pandemic related. But yeah, there's always that uncertainty of like, oh, what's going on? What am I doing? What's going to happen, that kind of thing. And that's uneasy. I don't like uncertainty, just like anybody else. But one thing I have learned in my life is that change comes no matter what you want to do with it. So you might as well, roll with it and, just adapt to the changes and make the best and control, the things that you can control, and let go of the things you can't. So, first day I was kind of bummed out, but Wednesday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this and make this into an opportunity that I can work on my stuff. I'm going to take this time that I have and, get some of the spring cleaning done around the house that I wanted to work on. And then also to really hone in and focus on my writing and my connecting with readers and stuff like that. So I've been doing a lot of that. I have worked on revamping my newsletter and updated that. I just sent the new newsletter out yesterday, and I like the new format. I'm going to use that format for my ongoing newsletters, and I might tweak it here and there or whatever, but I'm going to use that. I love being able to connect with other creative people and talking with them about their stuff. So like in my newsletter, I'm talking about my radio show, featuring some of the podcast guests that are on, because it's a live radio show, and then I host it on my podcast. The reason for this vlog is to be supplemental to my show and to talk about like stuff that I've got going on, and letting people know what's up with that. So also talked about like my books, and I had another section that I like with featured authors. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be having featured authors in there as well, and I've got some interviews that I'm working on where I'm going to be interviewed by folks on their websites and stuff like that. So I'll be sharing that with you when I get a chance or whatever, as they come out. But so going back to Wednesday of last week, wasn't really sure what was going to go on. They were waiting to find out some information before they could let me know about the temporary layoff or whatever. They were hoping to actually drum up some work, which I really appreciate them doing that, to try to keep me working or whatever. But anyway, my new series is called The Adventures of Tex Riddle. You may have seen that on my website or my Facebook or whatever, but I haven't spent any time writing it up until this last week, and the reason for that is because I had originally, when the idea came to me, I was in the middle of writing a first draft for a novella for Chrome Girls Press, and I was like, ooh, new shiny, whatever. But then I was like, oh, I've got to put it aside. I got to wait, and I can't mess with this right now. I've got to put it aside. So I made a couple of mock-up covers for it, and I did like a little bit of writing or whatever, as far as like writing down some ideas or whatever. But that was it. I just put it aside. I finished writing the first draft of the Chrome Girls Press novella, and I'm working on those first draft edits. I've got to get them sent over. But and I had a little memory lapse there for a second. The thing with Tex Riddle was that I was like, oh gosh, I've got this idea for this series of space opera, spaghetti western type sci-fi. And I think about those books back when I was a kid reading, like I used to read Louis L'Amour and Isaac Asimov. Piers Anthony was another big one, J.R.R. Tolkien, but I liked short stories a lot as a kid as well. I used to love reading like short stories. And the idea with the Tex Riddle series is to have short books that are enjoyable, and are pretty much encapsulated in one book. So you've got like an adventure that moves on to the next one, and they might be like a chain of adventures or whatever, but the first one's definitely going to be kind of like a standalone or whatever. So I've written 6,000 words since last week, and the plot is progressing along really well. I've got some different points that I want to hit, and also like the discovery part of like the discovery draft or whatever has been pretty exciting, because the characters are really coming to life for me, and I'm enjoying writing this. I had another shiny moment last night while I was working on Tex Riddle. I had an idea for a cover, and then I was like, oh, this could be a whole standalone series. And then I was so bummed out because I was like, oh, it's a new shiny, I've got to put it off. I've got to put it off. So it's like the joy of finding like a new thing, and then kind of like the discipline of having to say no. You can't have instant gratitude. You got to have delayed gratitude, because I've got this other project that I'm working on, and it's coming along really well. But it's one thing to start projects, and it's another to finish them. So what I found with writing is that it's better to stick with one project than jumping around to a bunch of different ones. It's great to write down new ideas, and it's great to maybe spend a little bit of time doing some stuff that you can do. But other than that, you got to finish the first project, even if it's just you finish the first draft and you're like, I don't know, get it done, do the work or whatever, right? What else am I working on? I've been doing the radio show on WRUU 107.5 FM, and you can listen to those podcasts. I'm going to send the link down below, but you can listen to the interviews. And I've still been doing the radio show live from the studio. Right now we don't have any guests in the studio, because of the pandemic, to help decrease the spread of the virus or whatever. So that's a safety measure that the studio's taken, and I appreciate that. But I've also been working on, ways that I can improve that, and ways that I can, make it better and more enjoyable. So I'm not going to go much longer than maybe 10 minutes on these vlogs, because I feel like 10 minutes is enough time to really kind of talk about, stuff from whatever time period to whatever time period. I might do some longer vlogs talking about different things, like maybe some thoughts on writing or whatever. But I hope you enjoyed this first vlog, and I would really love it if you would let me know what you think. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe, and if you feel so inclined, please like it and leave a comment or whatever, and just let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. I hope you have a great day, and keep on keeping on, keep on creating. Bye.